Hi guys, welcome to Dream Designs by Dee. It's been a while. So my family and I moved from Virginia, the southern end of Virginia, to Washington, D.C. And then we all got COVID. So I've been out for a while, but I'm happy to be back. And today we're going to make an easy Valentine's Day bubble wreath. So you're going to need some 21-inch mesh, some pipe cleaners, a Dollar Tree frame, and some ribbon, and we will get it started. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take a pipe cleaner. I'm using pink because my mesh will be pink, and I'm going to slip it right through the middle here where the crossbar is, and then I'm going to tie it off. Sorry if I'm talking a little loud or weirdly. While I had COVID, I ruptured my eardrum and I still can't hear properly, so I apologize. So you're going to twist that frame, get it really tight. Next, you're going to take your pipe cleaner, you're going to fold it in half. And you're going to take whatever you use to cut pipe cleaners. I do not recommend scissors. And you're going to cut it in half. Then you're going to take it and you're going to put it right through those two center bars. Let me move this guy out of the way. And there. Right there. You're going to twist that off as well. The idea is these little half pipe cleaners, you don't want them to move. Okay, then you're going to take the other half. Excuse me, and you're going to do it right next to that. So the idea here is that you're going to go 3 per section, and you're going to use the half pipe cleaners on the middle and the full pipe cleaners on the cross pieces right here. And if they move around a little bit, it's totally okay. It'll work itself out, but you do want them pretty tight, because if all of them are sliding all over around, you're gonna have a problem. I like bubble wreaths because they're a good use for leftover 21-inch mesh, which I always have a ton of, and there are a few methods you can use to get rid of your 21-inch your 21-inch mesh, but sometimes they don't always go with the style of the wreath. I also like this method because it uses very little ribbon, which we all know is expensive, and it uses very little, really very little mesh, and it's a simple wreath. It fits well between a storm door and a regular door, which is nice. And it's just a cute look. I like them especially for things that I consider like in between holidays, such as Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day. People maybe like to decorate a little bit, but they don't want to spend a lot of money on decorations, and that's where these come in. It's enough to decorate your door, look a little festive, but you're not breaking the bank with it. And don't get me wrong, I love holiday decorating. I usually keep my tree up all year and just change the decorations. I always do porch decor, porch leaner, a little like crafty. I have a giant cupcake out there for Valentine's Day, and if I can swing it, I'll put out some giant candy too. So I decorate for all the holidays, but sometimes You just need a cute little front door project. That's what this is. And as I said, they have those, it fits well in a storm door. I haven't had a storm door in a long time, but I do have one here, and I don't have a covered porch either, so I have to have something that will fit inside of it, so my wreaths, my big wreaths, don't get ruined. So we're almost there. As you can see, we've done the 3 half pipe cleaners right here. Let me show you. And then the big one on the crossbar. So I apologize if the angle's a little weird. I'm still working out the layout for my craft room. I also apologize for the mess behind me. Y'all, it's been rough. Let me just say that. Things got wild there for a little bit. I was about 3/4 of the way unpacked when we got sick, and it's just been, it's been something. But I'm happy to say we're all doing better, and we are ready for 2024. So my goal this year is to really embrace my channel. I'm going to try to add a video a week. So if there's anything you guys are looking for, it does not have to be wreath related. We can make some other things. We can do whatever. Let me know in the comments. We'll get some stuff going. Yeah. Like I said, I'm just happy to be back. We're going to do a couple of easy ones while I wait for some supplies, and then we'll move into some of the bigger designs, which hopefully will be fun for everyone. Alright, so now that you got your frame, you got your pipe cleaners all the way around, you're going to grab your mesh and a couple of zip ties. I am going to use pink mesh today. Just because my vision for this thing is candy hearts. And when I think of candy hearts, I know they have a lot of colors, but I always think of pink. So that's what I'm going with. But honestly, whatever color, candy hearts come in all colors, right? So honestly, whatever color mesh you have that you use to think about candy hearts, go for it. That's where we're at, okay? So I have this leftover roll of 21-inch mesh. It's light pink. It's a basic value mesh. It's from Craft Outlet. I don't have a number for it because I've already used half of it. But it's just your basic, everyday value pink. I've not ordered mesh in a long time, you guys, and I was shocked to see that it went up to $5.75 for the value mesh, but those are the times we live in, so here we are. All right, so I've gathered the end of my mesh into a tail, and I'm just going to start at one of the crossbars here, okay? And I'm going to shove that right in there. Now, you're not going to use this pipe cleaner right here to hold it. You don't want to do that. You want to zip tie it to the frame. On this wreath, I like to use the bottom bar of the center section that you wrap your pipe cleaner around, and you want to work to the left of this pipe cleaner right here. Looks like the right because we're backwards, but you want to work to the left, okay? So put your zip tie on, all right? Pull it real tight, as tight as you can. If you need to, use your pliers. Pull it tight. cut your tail. Okay, now remember, we're not going to use this one, okay? So now take your tail, and I like, before I cut it, stick it right through the bars on that center section, okay? Because there have been a few times where I've cut it either wrong or too short, and then it sticks out the front, and we don't want that. We want the front of the wreath to be pretty, okay? All right, there you go. So now it's on the back, okay? And you're gonna take your scissors and snip it off. Okay, here we go. See our little tail, and you can see our little zip tie right there next to the pipe cleaner. Now again, two things, okay? I didn't cut this enough. Number one, no matter what, make sure your zip tie is on the front, because if you leave this zip tie on the back, what's going to happen is it's going to scratch your customer's door, okay? Or your own door. Now after that whole thing, you're going to want to get control of your mesh again, because now it's all crazy. And you want to fold your mesh together, okay? Fold it in a bunch, just like this. Now, to measure this, you can use almost anything you want. I like to use my 6-inch mini tails, just because it's easy. But you can use your mat. Just measure out your 6 inches on your mat right here. You can do that, just like this, okay? Or you can use a ruler, whatever you want. And it does not have, let me say this. On this particular wreath, the more accurately you measure, the more uniform your bubbles are going to be. And since you're not going to cover it up with a whole lot, that's important. However, a little bit either way is not going to matter that much, because it's all gonna mesh together. Okay, so here's the perfect tails. Okay, remember, this pipe cleaner next to which you have zip tied your mesh, that's going to stay open, okay? Don't use it to hold this first bubble. You'll see why when we get to the end. So take your perfect tail or your measuring device, whatever you have, pull your mesh out, bunch the raw edges under, measure it out, and then put it in the first mini tie right here, okay? Right here. Tie it off. Real tight. See? Give it a couple of good twists, then fold the edges down. Fold it down over. Give it a squeeze. If you need to use pliers, use your pliers, okay? Then take your bubble and spread it out. All right? Keep your edges tucked under and spread it out. Now, if it doesn't look exactly the way you want it to, work with it until it does, and you can come back and fix it in a little bit if you need to, okay? Now next, same thing, okay? Right around, put it in, tie it off. Okay, right here, fold it under. Gonna spread it out again. Okay, we're starting to form our first section. 6 inches. Measure it out. This one roll, y'all, something on the edge is making it so I am fighting it fiercely. Okay. right in that third mini tie, the half tie, right there, you're going to twist it off, put it down. And you're just pulling that mesh out and giving it a uniform look. Okay, so now we have our first bubble section right here. Okay, our 3 bubbles. Next, we're gonna do the big tie right here. 6 inches right there, right on here. Good tie. Now when you're doing the mesh, the longer ties and the shorter ties don't matter. It's when you start to do the larger, or I'm sorry, the ribbon. The ribbon. Good gravy. I told you guys, it has been a process. Okay, so here you go, and you can see how they're pretty much even across the top, and that's so that when you're looking at it, you have a uniform look, okay? All right, so then we're going to continue on to the second section right here. And tuck it under. Do not tuck the big pipe cleaners under. You're going to want to leave those loose, just like I did, okay? Because that's where our ribbon is going to go. All right. Right here. Okay. So now that you guys have seen how this works, I'm gonna finish it and then we'll put the ribbon on. Okay guys, we made it to the end, and as you can see, I'm at the end of my roll as well. So you're gonna do your last 6-inch poof bubble here, okay? And where you started, where your zip tie is, you're going to take your long pipe cleaner and you're just going to shove this in there, okay? And you're going to push it down and you're going to tie it off, okay? Real tight. As tight as you can get it, because the tighter you get it, the more it's going to sit down. And the more it sits down in there, the more even your bubbles are going to be. Okay, so flip that one out. Then take your end here, move it up to the top, because remember we tied that other one at the bottom, right? So you don't want to tie it there because you're going to have a lot of bulk if you do that. Okay, you're going to want to see this gap in here? All right, right here at the top of your pipe cleaner, but on the right side, because remember we did the other one on the left. Take your zip tie, stick it under the bar, okay, and zip tie that end right in there. Make sure it's under the bar. Okay. And if you have to, use your pliers to pull it tight. Okay, snip off your zip tie. then you can cut off some of your bulk, but don't cut off all of it, okay? Because if you do that, when you shove it through the end, it's gonna get funny. At least mine does. If you guys don't have that problem, then, you know, be my guest. Okay. So now I'm gonna take the tail, and right here where everything is, I'm gonna pull it down between the bars of the frame, through the bars, okay? It's not gonna matter if it frays or comes apart, because you're gonna cut the whole thing off, okay? But make sure you get it all in there. Okay, and now all of this extra, you're gonna just snip right off. And this helps your wreath lay flat against the door, okay? Because then you can take this and move your bubbles around. You can just lay it right in there. See how flat, nice and flat that is? Same thing over here. And then on the front, once you refluff it, you won't even be able to tell that it's there, okay? So now we have our nice, let me back up a little, our nice fluffy bubble wreath. I know this is a weird camera angle. I'm gonna have to have my husband help me move some stuff around so that it's not so awkward anymore. Okay. Y'all, it is hot up here and cold outside. All right, so now for these wreaths, I like to use 9-inch ribbons. You can use 8-inch, it just makes them a little shorter when you tie them down. Or you can use 10-inch, which covers more of the wreath with ribbon. I think 9 inches is perfect. As I said, you can use what you want. Again, I measure my ribbon with perfect tails because it's easier. And cardboard, I've used cardboard before, no shame in it. Just change out your cardboard pretty much every project because it'll bend and warp and then your ribbons will come out uneven. I forgot one other thing. You noticed I was at the end of my roll. So save your mesh rolls, guys. This is the 21-inch one. I save all of mine. If you ship wreaths at all, even to your family and friends, make sure you save these because you can cut them up to the height of the box, tape them in the 4 corners of the box, and it keeps your boxes from crushing because they're that really nice thick cardboard. I know as crafters, we hoard a lot. My husband is always on me, but I have had boxes where the entire side is caved in. And if you put one of these in there, unless something really bad happens to it, it's going to save you a lot of heartache. All right. Now on this one, I'm going to use, this is also a great project for leftover ribbon. I'm going to use some of this candy heart ribbon. And I'm going to use purple and yellow, I think. I also have this orange right here that's kind of candy heart colored, but it's not my favorite with the pink. So we'll have to try it and see how it goes. All of these ribbons are from Sam's last year from their spring collection. And if you have a Sam's membership and you start seeing posts that they're coming out, go over there and get them all because you can use them for any season and they're like $7, $8. It depends on where you live. When we lived in Virginia, they were $7 and the Christmas ribbon here was about $9. But Washington, D.C. is way more expensive just overall. Either way though, it's a great deal. This ribbon, I'm 95% sure it's from Craft Outlet. But I've had it for a long time. That's that craft hoarding again. So what you're going to do you're just going to take this, well, yeah, you're just going to take this, you're going to measure out your 9 inches or your 8 inches, whatever you're using. And for this particular design, because the ribbon is only going to go where the long pipe cleaners are, so you're only going to need 6 of everything you decide to use. So I'm going to cut 6 of this. And you're just going to cut it and dovetail it. So to dovetail, you're going to fold your ribbon in half with the sewn edges together, and you're going to cut upwards from the folded edge out to the sewn edge. Okay? Pay attention. Don't be like me and do it backwards, because then you have to start again. Gonna measure and cut. I was hoping I could do 2 of each, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm pretty close to the edge of my roll. Gonna have to order some more. I don't know why, but I am obsessed with candy hearts this year. I wish I knew. I don't. I used to eat them a lot as a kid. I haven't had one in probably 20 years. But this year, this is my year. Last year, my Valentine's Day tree had a box of fake candy hearts made out of cardboard, some candy heart toppers, and we put some other good candy heart stuff in there. It was really fun. I am sad because the houses in Washington, D.C. just overall are a lot smaller than the house that we were in before. And I don't think I'm going to be able to put my tree up this year, or keep it up. It's still up. But it doesn't, I don't know. The thing about moving is it's great because there's new adventures and new opportunities, but it's hard because some of the stuff that you like, you might not be able to do anymore. But at the same time, we are only in this house for a year, so we can live with it for a year. All right, so there's my 6 of that. Let me just quickly see if I have enough to do 6 of those. 3, 4, 5. Oh, so close, 5. So I'll probably use that last little bit to make a bow. If you guys want a bow tutorial, I can put that up as well. So I have my 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. I'm going to do 1 yellow and 1 purple, and we're going to try it out. So the thing about me and my designs is that I have to try a lot of things before I know what I'm going to do, which is honestly what stopped me from doing a lot of videos in the past, because I feel like you guys don't want to watch videos where people are experimenting and designing. But this year I decided that maybe you do, because maybe you struggle with the same thing. Maybe you struggle with color matching, or with design elements, or with just putting stuff together. And if I can show you how I work through it, maybe you guys can work through it as well, and it'll help inspire you to become a better designer, and in turn you can help me become a better designer, because after all, that's really what this is about. It's about community, It's about inspiring others. It's about learning from each other. And that's part of the reason I love it so much. I'm going to be honest. In my life, I've had a lot of different jobs. I've worked with a lot of different kinds of people. And the community, I've been a part of a lot of different communities in that my husband is also in the military. We move a lot. I've met more people in the last 10 years than you could possibly even imagine. And one thing that I love most about this community is how everyone inspires each other. So hopefully my videos will do that for you, and you guys can do it for me. So this ribbon is satin. If you've never used a satin ribbon before, it will fray right here where you've dovetailed it. So you can use a cigarette lighter, but I'm afraid of cigarette lighters. I'm not going to lie to you. I burn my fingers almost every time, and I'm just not for that. So I use a barbecue lighter. I'm a little bit afraid of barbecue lighters as well. And then you just take it, and what you're going to do is burn the edge, and that helps stop it from fraying. Don't light it on fire, okay? Just run it over the edge and melt that. So I've cut 3 different ribbons, okay? Again, I'm not sure about this orangey one against the pink, but we'll try it. You can do any combination of ribbon here. If you really like the orange, do all orange. If you really like the pink, and you have pink, I have pink, do the pink. If you really want the purple to stand out, do the purple. If you want to do 2 purple and no yellow, do 2 purple and no yellow. It's your design. Do it how, ooh, y'all, I don't think I want the orange on top. I don't know. We'll see. And you can try as many different combinations of this as you want. You can try spacing it however you want. You can do, it's your design. Okay, so here I have 1 candy heart ribbon, 1 orange ribbon. The orange is hard to see on camera. 1 purple and 1 yellow. Okay, if you want to do all the colors of the candy hearts, do all the colors. So I've folded them in half, okay? And I've put them all together so the folds match. And I'm going to take the fold and I'm just going to pinch it down. Okay? Make yourself a little bundle of ribbon. Take it. You want to swoop it. Okay? And then it's going to look like this. It's wired ribbon, y'all. It's going to bend however you put it in. Now take one of your long pipe cleaners and smoosh it down. So if I do that, the purple is going to have to go in the middle. All of those ribbons are cut at 9 inches, by the way. Y'all, I do not, well, I don't know. I don't know what I think. And just arrange it how you like it. I don't like them different, that's for sure. The next one, I think I'm going to try just going to burn this one. I think I'm just going to try yellow. You can see right here. And don't burn it too much or you're going to lose your dovetail, okay? You just want to do enough that that edge doesn't fray so much. Because if it's out on your front door in the wind and the rain, it will fray. And you'll be sad. Oh Lord, I am taking things apart over here. Okay, 9 inches again on the ribbon. Just cut it off the roll. I like to play a little bit before I fully decide on a design. I'm missing a lot of ribbon too because last year when I was crazy tree decorating, I went and I made a bunch of bows with solid colored ribbon, and then I used them for like Easter, Valentine's Day. I think I even used them for back to school, and that's why it's like that. I told my kids maybe this year we could do a mini tree, because last year I went to Hobby Lobby. Last year we all had RSV at Christmas time. We were so sick, and we barely got our tree up. We barely got anything, really. And my son, my sweet little 6-year-old, he was so devastated because he loves to decorate, and also he was not sick. And only my husband and I, of course. And so I said, okay, well, after Christmas, I'll go to Hobby Lobby, I'll buy what they have, and then this year we can, shoot, that is backwards. So this year we can have some more decorations. So I went and I bought all these mini trees for like $1, and then didn't get them up this year either because I was sick again. So I told him, well, maybe we can keep a mini tree on the counter and decorate that, and he's pretty happy with that. So that helps. That makes my mama heart happy. Oh, see, I think, y'all, I think that's better. I don't think that orange belongs in there. Okay, see what I mean? You play around with it, and then you decide what you like. And if you like the orange, put the orange in. If you want to add a strip of green, put the green in. It doesn't, let me see if I can turn it around. See, I'm looking for a really bright design, and that just wasn't it. So that orange is just, it's too close to the pink, I think, is the problem. Okay, so now we're going to take our perfect, now that we know what we like, we're going to take our perfect tails out, and I need 1, 2, 3, I need 4 more of the purple. So I'm just going to wrap it around my board 4 times. Cut it off. I need new scissors. Slip it off. And so once you've wound it around your board, okay, you're going to have a strip like this. It's just a 9-inch ribbon 4 times. Cut it at the top. Cut it at the bottom. And wham, bam, 4. Okay? Same thing with the yellow. 9-inch. Wrap it 4 times. There's 3. 4th one. Okay, cut off your ribbon. There you go. Cut this one right here. Maybe. Somebody used my scissors for gift wrapping, who shall remain nameless, but was really my husband. And now I have dull scissors, and I need to go to Hobby Lobby and pick up some supplies, and I'll be getting new scissors while I'm there. The thing is, though, so here, where we lived before, you could just pop down to Hobby Lobby. It's about 20 minutes away. So theoretically, there are 2 Hobby Lobbies here that are equidistant and therefore the same amount to get to, right? However, if you have not ever thought about Washington, D.C. traffic, let me tell you, it is something. And driving here, also something. And I am still working on being comfortable with that. And so I try to make sure that I need quite a few things before I take off to Hobby Lobby, which is unfortunate because sometimes it puts a few of my designs a little behind. I also have to think about how long it's going to take me to get there versus getting back, because afternoon traffic here, especially on Thursdays, is abysmal, and I have to pick up my kiddos from school on time. Can't miss them. So I'm just dovetailing the edges. All right, so now we should be ready to rock and roll. Once you decide on your design, it's going to be fast, 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 if your lighter will work. I watched Laura Jean from Laura Jean's Wreath Room do this with a cigarette lighter, and she just went for it. And I was so scared for her the whole time. I don't know what it is about fire, but it scares me. Okay, so there are a couple of keys though. Number one, you want to make sure you put the ribbon in the same order every time, because if you don't, it's going to look funny. And on a ribbon like this, see, if I do it this way, only one side is facing the right way. But if I do it this way, can you all see that? If I do it this way, both sides are facing the same way. So it's important that you pay attention to that, because otherwise your wreath is going to look funny. So pinch it in the middle. Push it down. Oh. There we go. And once you get it in there, you want to twist it about 3 times. 3 really good times, okay? And that's going to help you keep your ribbon in place, and it's going to give you a good snap on your ribbon, okay? Because if you don't do that, what's going to happen is your ribbon is going to be all floppy, and then when you tie it down, it's going to lean. Nobody likes a leaning ribbon. And don't worry too much about getting your ribbon perfect in the beginning, because once we decide that everything's as it should be, we're going to go back and we're going to tie them down. Okay, and that's going to help us, that's going to help everything look its best. We're supposed to get some snow this weekend. Are y'all supposed to get snow? That's if you live in the Northeast or the Midwest, even the West, that might not be such a big deal for you, but here, it's been 2 years since Washington, D.C. has seen snow, and it's been about, we had some snow when we lived in Virginia. Only one day. People were sledding down the hill on mattresses and Rubbermaid container lids. It was wild. Push that in there. We're from Colorado originally, and we were the only people on our whole block that had snow shovels. And then it's been about 4.5 years since I've seen measurable snow. I don't think we're gonna get that much personally, but my kids are very excited and hopeful. They are just hoping against hope. Okay, so same order, fold in half, pinch, and now we've only got one more. We do have to take the twist 3 times, and then yellow and purple, okay. Now for those of you thinking that ribbon does not look its best, we are going to tie it down and then we can fluff it out a little more. Okay, so we're going to fold it in half, in half, this little dovetails meet, in half, put it all together in your little ribbon bundle, smoosh it. It's kind of like, okay. and tie it off. And then, oh, see? Make sure, unless you're purposely going for a look that's uncoordinated, which is totally fine, but make sure you move the same to the top and the bottom each time, okay? Or you're gonna be sad. All right, so now, yeah, I like that. I like that. I like non-traditional Valentine's Day. I like traditional Valentine's Day too, but I like non-traditional a little more. Little fun. Brighter colors. Okay, so now you're going to take your long pipe cleaners right here. You're going to bring them underneath, and remember they're at a crossbar, so put one on the right side of the crossbar, okay? And put the other one on the left side. All right, I'm going to show you from the back. Okay, see, one on the right, one on the left, okay? Grab them, tie them tight, spin it, okay? And then when you're done, take your wire cutters, clip the ends a little bit. Now take the ends and tuck them up, fold them up underneath, and pinch them tight. Because if you don't do that, the sharp end is either going to get you, your customer, or your customer's door. Okay? Then you go back, fluff them out. If they got a little crooked, one's a little bit off, now's your time to fix it, okay? Check the length. Spread them out the way, I mean, you can always fluff your ribbons, but spread them out the way you want, okay? And do it again. This does two things. Number one, it helps your ribbons sit up nice in the middle of your project versus sloughing off. So, oh, I forgot to take the orange one out. So if you have one that's shorter than the other, make sure that you turn it over before you tie it off so that you know that it's even, okay? Because otherwise you're going to have one that leans forward or backward, and it's not going to look the same, okay? We've all been there where we have one that just doesn't match, and the thing about it is if you have one that doesn't match, you're gonna have to take your whole wreath apart to fix it, and that is just a huge pain. That's it. It's just a huge pain. And if your ribbons are sitting a little funny, you can just kind of wiggle them, get rid of that little bend in the middle. All of that's going to help your ribbon fluff up nicer, your project look a little cleaner. It's all in the details, people. I am often impatient. I want to rush because I want to get something down or put it up in my shop or whatever. And I will tell you, a hard lesson learned is that it does not pay to do it that way. You got to take it off, start again, and it's a sad day. And it's aggravating. Okay, so now I'm going to tie this one off because I got it underneath. Okay? And you're going to make sure that everybody is where you want them. And you can see that once you start tying your pipe cleaners off, your ribbons are going to stand up. And then we'll talk about decoration. So don't think that because it's a simple wreath that you can't decorate it, okay? That's not true. I've done these with little bows, where the little bows in the center. I should do that one next. I've got some more candy heart ribbon on the way, guys. That would be a really cute, simple one. We can do that one next. I don't have enough on this roll to do that 6 times, but that would be a really cute and simple design. Okay, so the one where you have your zip tie might be a little different, only because that's a pretty bulky tie to begin with. So what I usually do there, I still slip them around the back. And if I can get it in where the zip tie is, I'll do that. If not, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie it right here, and then you can see there's not a lot of pipe cleaner left. So after I tie it tight, I'm just going to push it around that center bar, and that should hold just fine. You do have to fluff a little bit to get it to look. See here, this one's got like a weird dip. So if you just wiggle it, it'll help that sit. A little better. Okay, underneath again. Okay, and then right here, see they're on the same side. That doesn't work as well. It's not as secure. So I'm going to take the longer one, because it'll help balance it, over to the side and turn it off. And once you do that, see, you can, oh, I lost one in there. Shake it out. Okay, there we go. See, that one's sitting really nice now, where it was a little too long before. Now it's sitting. Two more, guys. Okay, this one's in. And if you have some uneven ones, I recommend you put the longest, you make the longest one travel the longest distance, and the shortest one travel the shortest distance. And that's gonna really help you. Okay, we're gonna clip these out. So what about you guys? Do you guys like traditional Valentine's Day, non-traditional Valentine's Day? Just curious. One more. I go back and forth. Last year I had a huge huge Valentine's Day wreath on my front door. Okay, one more. Okay. Twist it tight, snip it, clean that up, and then you're done. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Gonna try and show y'all. Now, there is a lot. What the heck is going on with this one? That's where the... there is a lot of different things that you can do with these, okay? So you can, there you go. Isn't that cute? Let me bring it up. Please ignore the mess in the background. It's appalling. Okay. You can also, let me show you another one that I have. Right here. So you can put something in the center. Okay. This one has 4 ribbons per tie. You can put something in the center and do 2, 4, 5 ribbons a tie. It's really up to you, okay? Something that could be cute. You could take little styrofoam balls or ornaments that you have, and you could paint them pastel colors and stick them right in the center. That would be cute. You could take, I have these leftover white balls from another design. You could cut those off and glue them. Oh, there's one that's already loose. And glue them right in the center. You could take a pack of styrofoam balls and cover them in glitter and glue them in the center. See how cute that is? You could take white ornaments and glue them in the center. You could paint pastel and put glitter on them. You could make little candy heart. So I have these that I bought at Hobby Lobby. I have them in a lot of different colors. They're just fabric covered foam. If you had some of these, you could cover them in candy heart color fabric and press them down. If you do that though, stick a piece of floral wire or something from one of these in the back and then use that to glue down, because if you don't use that to glue down, it will fall off. Okay, so use that to glue down. Really, the sky's the limit. If you can think about it, you can put it in here. I will do one with the bows next, just because I think the bows are super cute. I just need to wait for my other candy heart ribbon to arrive. If you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you later.